Okay, well, I'll pull this out of the armory room. Today, what's the history on this? Okay, well, let's just say I contacted the airlines a long time ago asking about barium titanate and self-reactive materials and crystals, and they said to me, because they're traveling to the USA and to Japan quite a bit, basically it said it had to be in an airtight, fireproof container. So I have this for demonstrations in Japan. It's been to Korea, South Korea, that is, Japan, USA, and other places. So it contained a free energy device which I demonstrated in Japan. Covered by Kyoto Institute of Technology, Mr. Ojiwawa, Mr. Yamabe, plus many others, and JOGM Television, NTC TV, and other places. So carried it to the USA to different film locations. It's got a history, so that's my history added to it. So let's go over here. It's heavy. Let's see. Okay. And it's airtight. Heavy. That's how you work it. Anybody home in there? No. But it has a history, so customs would open them up. There's something in here. Oh, that's kind of cute. I have a huge number of these. Not with all the fancy stuff on the outside. Totally black. Got them from Wesley Baker, and what I got in them is vintage gun parts, and they're basically full. Hey, could use something like a pilot light, huh? Any other remnants? Customs people? Maybe. Yeah, it's got kind of history. Fuse holder. Oh, okay. This is for 25mm shells, I think. Got it from Wesley Baker. So the customs agents, I said, be careful of the air pressure difference from aircraft down here. It might pop up too fast. So, no, it was okay. They kind of laughed and looked at it. They're very well trained people, because they would, looking at that, would think it's a high explosive or something. But nope. They know their stuff. Probably saw me on TV. Oh yeah, they did see me on TV. They actually wanted my autograph. I was going into the U.S. I'll never forget that. It was Alec. Sheriff Shesky, my partner at the time. We're good friends. 1995, I think, with Dr. Brian O'Leary. So, Kyoto Institute of Technology X-rated, tested it, and found it 18.5 kilocycles. Very active. And runs okay, and the actual units myself don't have it anymore. So the people wanted them, so I sold them in Japan. $250,000. Okay. Nothing ever became of it. It never went to commercial production. And after Japan, it's hosted by Thomas, who might visit as well. I built more smaller ones, which were pretty active. And one day it just simply broke. I dropped it by accident and broke apart. And oh well. In one of these crates I might have the actual pieces. I don't know. Because I'm very busy and I was very active in doing shows and other demonstrations. I do have one very active barium titanate cylinder, but not the crystal matrix exciter unit. I don't know where that is. It could be somewhere. I don't know. But because I made several of these things for people and for Richard Brewer as well, which we took and demonstrated at a Canadian research and development people. But Richard had to go back to England and take care of his dad, who was quite ill and that kind of thing. And I haven't heard from him ever since. But I got his letters and messages and test results and all that on that thing. So, and then I think Ian had this really small ones tested by Walter Rosenthal, his name was. I got that test up too. I have the x-rays and all the other paperwork from Kyoto Institute of Technology. So it was a fun build, actually. It was a very sensitive thing with very fine precision microchronometer feed crystal pressure type devices. I think I still have those somewhere. I think. I did give something off to Germany. What was that now? Yeah. Somebody else is making crystal power cells and put together a lot of Dr. Marcus Reed put together many presentations of his crystal generator. So the output on this fellow was anywhere from 1 volt to 3 volts variable, and approximately a quarter to a half ampere, as it drove small motors and lit stuff up and lights and stuff like that. You see the videos on YouTube. Somebody uploaded some of the videos, and it's probably more. Well, that's the history on the Danger Radioactive, the episode with Data carrying the box around. And he kind of didn't know what it meant. Have you seen it, that episode, Star Trek Next Generation? Check it out. Data carried this around. Wink, wink. So we talked about today a history of a BOX, a box. It kind of looked kind of beat up, but it's been traveled around a lot. Elaine Smith's TV show and Fox TV shows and other things. It gets banged up and thrown in aircraft and tossed around kind of thing. And I used it later on for storage of cannon parts, which were off of HMCS Yukon. Beautiful dial indicators, so I'll be using a couple of those in construction of a control panel. Get on that as soon as the aluminium arrives here and then get that done. I'm sorry, I don't know the episode name by name, but I know it very well by looking at it. Maybe you can tell me the episode. No, I can look up on YouTube Data and Red Danger Radioactive. Okay. A lot of TV production people would. rent from Westland Military Surplus Store in New Westminster when Wes was running it. All kinds of stuff. The most amazing things that they would rent off him. Because in Vancouver, most of the films are filmed in Vancouver, and so they needed access to props and things. So anyway, so that's the history of the BOX. A lot of memories to it too, like in Japan and Korea and the USA customs agents. In Korea, the customs agent kind of looked turned white and was very, very, very upset. He thought he found a bomb, but my friend Mr. Yamabe, who was seeing me off, said no, and in Japanese and all that stuff, and explained it all and showed him pictures. And then the Korean customs agent, so understood now, and then he picked it up with both hands, actually, onto the handle, and handed it to me and said, "Ooh, there you go, Captain." And that, at the end of that, and off I went to Vancouver. Changed planes to here. This was in Hiroshima City, where I gave my demonstration. I went to Tsukio Makakari Temple, as I remember. We were told, Ian and I were told that we're guests of honor. 40,000 people, so I'm told. I don't know. The place was massive. Anyway, maybe I'll put that as a preview picture to the video. That's it. Somebody took a photo and I got it, so it'd be kind of fun. All right, I gotta go. No, 12 minutes of history, I suppose. Okay. Oh, that's Johnny's history. There's Mr. Evil here. Yeah, he's taking a rest. He likes following me everywhere I go. Wow. Well, that's okay. He's a great companion. Aren't you, little fella? Talking about you.